Texas veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder worry moving a VA treatment program from Waco to Temple will make it less effective.
We've reached out to the Central Texas Veterans Healthcare System and hope to bring you reaction in coming days. But tonight, veterans and lawmakers tell News 10's Justin Early what they think about the idea. We have only used their first names to protect their privacy.
6 veterans who've served in combat in Vietnam, the Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Different ages, different military branches, with one thing in common.
I've lost 3 relationships due to it. The anxiety, the mood swings, and all that, the hard to sleep, going to sleep, waking. I mean, it's a mess.
They've all struggled with PTSD.
Helicopter flies over is a big trigger for me. Airplanes are a big trigger for me. Obviously, crowds, driving.
It's definitely overwhelming and overstimulating. And my anxiety ramps up, and I start getting very aggressive.
The PTSD residential rehab program is located at the Doris Miller Department of Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Waco. The veterans you see either went through the program or they're in it now.
The traumatic events that we went through, it teaches us to see the good in what we were doing and not just focusing on the negative parts.
And they say the facilities in Waco are ideal for the 2-month program when you're dealing with something like PTSD.
You know, with PTSD, it's very hard to deal with loud noises and crowds. And in that environment, you know, there in Waco, it's got very calm, very quiet building. Open facility where we can go out and we have places to kind of walk around, get some fresh air.
It's just very chill. It's not overcrowded.
But Clifford was once treated in the substance abuse program at the domiciliary at the Department of Veterans Affairs Temple campus, the proposed location for the move. And that, he says, is a different environment.
You can sense and see the tension. I've seen tension get really heat up around substance abuse. And you deal more with the problems when you go to the PTSD. So I think it'd be a good idea to be separated.
And Joel used to receive primary care at the Temple VA.
Just overcrowded, lots of people moving, lots of noises, and almost seemed like there was just too many patients per doctor and nurse, you know, and staff. So I actually changed my primary care from Temple to Waco. The care and the treatment, it is so much easier to call, get an appointment, get that one-on-one time, get the help that you need.
So why is the VA considering moving the program from Waco to Temple?
I just want the community to know that we have, we're trying to put faces on the issue here.
Steve Hernandez with the McLennan County Veterans Services Office says he's been told the veterans would be closer to the substance abuse treatment program located in Temple to save money on travel costs. But according to the VA website, only a little over 20% of those diagnosed with PTSD have substance abuse issues. Is there anyone who thinks it's a good idea to move the PRRP program from Waco to Temple? Anybody?
Not at all.
I think it's fair to concede the convenience of having the programs together in the same place. But I think what they're doing is they're trading the quality of care and the environment for the convenience of having them together. And I don't think that's a good trade.
And now you're dealing with loud noises. And for me, loud noises, I jump a lot if I'm startled. And you would constantly be jumping, constantly be anxious, you know, heart racing, you know, hearing those noises and having to deal with that constantly. And so I think it would be detrimental to actually move it over there.
And these veterans say some substance abuse issues can be addressed at the Waco facility if the need arises.
They have ways to help with substance and alcohol to help stop the cravings. They have things that they can do or give you.
We haven't heard really good reasoning for the move of the PRRP program to Temple.
The Waco VA lies in the district of Congressman Bill Flores. He says he's been told this was to make way for a women's residential program.
I think we've got a much better campus at the Doris Miller Medical Center for female veterans than down in the domiciliary. But on the other hand, the domiciliary is not a good environment for PTSD patients. My goal is to stop the move.
But the Temple VA lies in the district of Congressman John Carter, and he feels differently.
I am not opposed to that move. I think my logic tells me it makes sense. PTSD needs to be close to where the soldiers are, because every time soldiers come back, somebody's got a problem with it. And that may be the thinking, but we will probably sit down with the director and get his thinking in the very near future.
But the veterans in this federal program are from all over Texas and out of state, not just Fort Hood.
Carter should talk to the veterans.
Has anybody asked you what you think about this? Raise your hand if anybody's asked you your opinion on this at the VA. Anybody?
Negative.
No one, not one of you.
It's aggravating that they don't take into consideration our opinions. And one thing about these specialized programs, you know, it's all voluntary.
We choose these facilities when we go there to get the treatment based on the care that we can receive and the environment that you're going to have there. And so by not asking us, I mean, it just kind of leaves us feeling like we don't matter or like we don't count in any decisions of our care. And we need to matter because we're the ones receiving the care. We're the ones that need the help.
Now, we have learned that the VA is going to be hosting a town hall via teleconference this week to allow veterans to express their concerns.
Again, we're told the director will meet with us in the coming days, and we hope to bring you his comments soon. Rusty.